The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
What's going on across the sea? It ain't nothing, I ain't frontin', y'all are coming with me. That's a live look at the Tostitos Plaza outside in front of the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center. Please, Chris, turn your mic off in the back and stop eating those chips live on air with us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
That wasn't live.
Oh, that wasn't live?
No.
That's a live look at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center, where the high today is 60 degrees. It's currently like 58 degrees. I'm loving this weather that we're dealing with right now. This segment is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets his wings. He is 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Black College Football Hall of Famer, Road Warrior. What else can we call you? The big fridge.
You completed it with that Road Warrior.
There you go. The road, the kitchen. Sorry, the kitchen. One of John Madden's all-time favorites. That is Uncle Nate, Nathaniel Newton. This is Emmy Award-winning senior editor, book writer. I think Kurt wrote this book right here too.
Not that.
He edited it or something on there. Book writer, poet.
I don't know about that.
Wearer of many colors. He got colors on today.
Yes.
He got some color on today. He is Kurt Daniels. I am below average Jesse Holley. Together, we are hanging with the boys. The sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak. Yes, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
You look relaxed. I mean, not tired. You look relaxed. You feel good?
Feel all right.
A little spent.
A little spit.
Could use a nap this afternoon.
A little spit. That's amazing. A little spit.
I didn't get a call yesterday. But
Trying today.
If we just keep it among ourselves, we'll be all right.
A little spit. That's phenomenal. That's one of your best ones right there.
Yeah.
That's one of your best right there. You gonna double back today though? Round 2?
You know, you get it when you can.
Okay.
my question to Kurt is, when did you decide to wear Washington Commanders colors?
Wow.
Don't start. I can't win.
I'm just saying.
I'm wearing some color, and now I'm in trouble for wearing the wrong color. Come on now. I'll just go back to my blue. I'll go back to my
Nate, am I right?
I'll go back to my blue and my gray. We'll all be good.
I like the color, man. It's all good. Don't let them get to you, Kurt. I like the color. Don't let them.
You can either be Jason Friday the 13th or Commando Leader. Either one you want.
All right, a little bit
Just
of.
call him Major Teddy.
Wow.
Let's get this show back to football. A couple of house notes. The 2023 NFL Hall of Fame finalists have been announced. On the senior board, Chuck Howley has been announced, but which one I think should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, DeMarcus Ware is a finalist. And if this doesn't happen, it will be, it might be one of the biggest travesties and snubs of Hall of Fame inductees of all time. Darren Woodson is up again. And so I hope this is the year that Darren Woodson gets a call. And I know that we're biased, but if Nate, you played with him on the football field. I've had many interactions with Darren Woodson. Kurt, you've interacted with Darren Woodson. Chris, you've worked with Darren Woodson. And there isn't a better human being that represents the game. Not only did he play the game at an extremely high level, 3-time Super Bowl champion, but there aren't many people who are good people or better people than Darren Woodson. I know the Hall of Fame isn't a who's good, who's bad as far as people, but it's time. It's time that Darren Woodson gets his just due. And Nate, again, as a teammate of his, just what did he mean to those championship defenses when he was roaming back there?
He was everything, man. It just I listened to all of this, and I can't think Gossage, is I'm pronouncing it right, Chris?
Gosselin?
Yes, Gosselin.
You know what? Sometime you have to stand up on the table. I mean, literally, and ask, what is your personal grind? What is your axe that you're grinding? Sometimes, if I was in that room, I would stand up on the table and say, well, what is it that you personally have against this man? You're not held accountable to the public on how you vote, but you are held accountable to us guys in the room. What is it? Tell me why not. Because I can tell you why. Everybody has a sponsor. I can tell you why, but tell me why not. You put every conceivable Steelers, deservedly so, in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Starting back to you don't know when. I thought Lynn Swann had greater numbers than what he had, and I know this wasn't a passing league. But when I heard the numbers that got Lynn Swann in, I'm saying Woody's numbers as a defensive player are better. We're talking about two teams that had 3 Super Bowls, or maybe they had more. But I'm talking about the type of player that he was, Lynn Swann, to his team and to the NFL was the same guy Darren Woodson is to the NFL and to what he was to our team. So when you look at this right here, you see how they can continually pass him up, and you look at the safeties that are in there, you be like, how? More athletic, just as intelligent, if not more, done their TV stints just like they did, paid his dues. I'm talking about everything that's football connected. See, I heard you, I've heard Mickey, and I've heard Nick Eatman. Yeah, I understand about the off-the-field cat, but I'm talking about what he brought on that field should be enough to get him in. If these young guys and the older guys, everybody want to put it on the young guys, if these older guys, because young guys went in there when it started 6 years ago with Woody, if these older guys would, like, they try to check players, well, the film don't lie. The film don't lie. Go watch it. That is what makes me mad. Go watch it. Go talk to the people that play football or the coaches that have go to any coach on any opposing team that saw Darren Woodson on a regular basis and say, is he a Hall of Famer? He's going to say, yeah. And then they're going to ask you, why haven't you voted him in? And then, like we get, like most sports people does, we can't do it here now because of this phone, but like most of these guys, I don't have to answer that. But you will go to players and seek what you need. You will go to GMs and seek what you need. You will go to everybody and seek what you need. But for us to ask you on a panel of guys and girls, hey, why wasn't he good enough? Oh, I don't have to. That's what we do behind closed doors. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. So we got 3 guys that's up. All 3 are very deserving. And if you don't put them in, okay, that's fine. But you're doing the world a disservice. I'm talking about the football community. Everybody's not a sports fan. You're doing the football community a disservice. That's who you are. That's who you've been being for all of these years. But Cowboys, just continue to be patient. But please don't put this man in there when he's walking up there with a cane and can't articulate what needs to be said. We don't need that.
Right. No, there's nothing more to be said at all about that. And I got an opportunity to play with DeMarcus Ware for 3 seasons. And, it's almost similar to Woody. one of the nicest superstars that you'll ever meet. I still have a signed pair of cleats from DeMarcus Ware. I'm waiting for him to get in the Hall of Fame so I can go down there and say, hey, just put HOF on the end of these for me, please.
So I can get all the value of
all the value on them. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the day he gave him to me, I never asked.
Oh, really?
I never asked. Huh. He was cleaning out his locker, and he had a pair that black and the October ones, the black and pink ones. And he just like, yo, Jess, you want these? And at the time, I'm thinking, yeah, sure, I can give them away to somebody. Then he goes, oh, no, come here, let me see it. And he grabs a marker and he signs them for me, both cleats. And he says, well, I said, well, these aren't going to anybody. These will go home to me. And I still have them. But, he just still one of the nicest guys. Will text me, like superstar. Will text you back. Like, there are superstars.
You mean to tell me he don't tell you to go to his folks and set up?
No. I've never been told by DeMarcus Ware that, hey, see so-and-so and so-and-so that didn't do. No. He actually texts me back. Now, I've had some people that'll be like, yo, see so-and-so. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. No, thank you. Like, anytime I got to go through somebody else to reach to a person that I share the field with. Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good on that. But DeMarcus Ware, I mean, his numbers speak for themselves. He's one of those dudes who I'll never forget this story. I said the other day that, these guys aren't superhuman. I thought DeMarcus Ware was superhuman. We were in the weight room, and he was lifting with the offensive linemen, and they were power cleaning. And he had... Man, he had to have
some weight on that.
305,
right.
315 or something like that, power cleaning. And when it's his turn to go, he got his straps and he locked in, and he did 10 reps like I've never seen a human being with that amount of weight do hang cleans before. It looked like he was doing warm-up jumping jacks.
Wow.
I remember I'm standing there and I'm like, that is not human. And he just, boom, 10 reps of like 310, 315 hang cleans. And I thought to myself, these, and when you look at DeMarcus,
huh?
It's just made different. And he's not the biggest of humans. Like he wasn't Larry Allen, with just big mammoth humans.
Yeah.
He was lean. He had that country strength though. He's just a different type of strength. And so I hope I don't know Chuck Howley. That's trust me. I
watched him. We watched him. I watched him when I was a kid. Good man. But I'm gonna tell you about D-Ware. I remember first meeting him when he got drafted by the Cowboys, and we used to do this thing. I used to work for this company, and he came out to North Texas, and he said, "Hey man, big news." And I'm like, "Yeah man, how you doing, young fella? Boy, good to see you. Glad you got especially coming from Troy. If I'm correct, Troy." I'm like, "Man, great, man, good to see. Man, help me out, man. Give me some pointers, give me some tips." I said, "Bro, you might have to go to Charles Haley or someone like that, and he can help you out." But I said, "I'm gonna tell you what. When I look at you, because he was." How you come out of college, you ain't as thick and as strong as you're going to be in a couple of years. I looked at him and said, bro, what you need to do is not let me lay hands on you. Yeah. I said, because if I put my hands on you, I'm going to deal with you. I say, so whether it's a pass, rush, or I run, just remember, get up in the morning, I ain't letting them put their hands on me. And you do that. He developed that little where they went to punch him and he'll dip off.
They call it the ghost move now.
Yeah.
They call it the ghost move. They call it the ghost.
And he played that. He like, I ain't willing you put your hands on me, big fella. So.
And he used to, if you go back and watch like DeMarcus Ware, the way his helmet straps would be, he would leave them. You can get them cut. He would leave them up there.
Right.
He would bend them a little bit.
Right.
And then he said, "I'm fast like a bobcat." So he would always have the tips of it. Like, I'm fast like a bobcat. And sure enough, And then watching veteran DeMarcus Ware and young Tyron Smith. Like, that was must see. Like, a lot of times you'll come to practice, you'll say, let's see one-on-ones. Yeah. Let's see goal line. No. Sometimes just watching half line and watching DeMarcus Ware go up against Tyron Smith, that used to be, like, much see TV. Yeah. We would be in the meeting rooms like, hey, coach, when we get done, can we see that? And watching them two go at it over and over. And then the greatest thing about DeMarcus Ware was after the reps are done and we move on to the next period, especially whatever, he grabbed Tyron, pull him over to the field, and they be working.
Hands, yeah.
Working hands.
Yeah.
He be showing them like, listen, when I get ready to do, when I do this, you gotta reset. I mean, it just was pouring into that young player all of the knowledge that he had, and then to watch him go out there each and every Sunday was just remarkable.
It did. And then I remember Dave Lawrence coming out there, finna go up against Tyrod.
Yeah.
Boy, that was.
Yeah.
Hey, Tank Lawrence didn't have no other choice but to talk to Tyrod after practice. Humiliation,
Yeah,
dog.
when you go up against that every single day, the next guy that come in line after him.
Yeah.
Sorry, young
Like,
fella.
I've seen the best,
Sorry,
dog.
young fella.
Yeah. You got a lot to learn.
You got a lot to learn. All right, man. So Hall of Fame people, do what you're supposed to do. Do what's right. Get these guys in the Hall of Fame. Chuck Howell, Chuck Howley, DeMarcus Ware, Darren Woodson. DeMarcus Woodson, to me, should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer,
last
but
year, yeah.
they did all this, so-and-so got to get in this turn. Nah, just do what is right. All right, when we come back from the break, Cowboys, Washington, 325 this Sunday. Washington's offense with Sam Howell leading the way versus Cowboys defense. Have they kind of figured this thing out at cornerback? We asked Dan Quinn to see what he has to say and what he's looking forward to doing. Stay right here with us. This is Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a die-hard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on this Thursday edition. The Cowboys are set to lock horns with the Washington. I was about to call them the Philadelphia Commanders. The Washington Commanders this Sunday at 3:25. This segment is brought to you by Blockchain.com.
Yes.
Also, NFL Fan of the Year. James Wright is your 2022 Cowboys Fan of the Year. James brings the spice to every Cowboys game, and now he needs you to help bring him to the Super Bowl. Vote James to be given the ultimate title of NFL Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan, by casting your vote on NFL.com/fan of the year. I know James. James is always a guy that comes in the suit, blue and white suit, has the gloves on, glasses, kind of like New Year's type suit. So, yeah. Cool. Shout out to you, James Wright. I think that's the same guy, James Wright. Well, such is life. All right, Cowboys defense, Washington offense. I'll start with the Cowboys defense. And one of the troubled areas outside of the injuries that the Cowboys have faced is trying to find out what they're going to do at this cornerback position. It's, you lose Jordan Lewis early in the year, then you lose Anthony Brown, and now it's kind of been almost this thing where, all right, who's going to be opposite of Diggs, Trayvon Diggs in this secondary? They tried out Kelvin Joseph. They did a little bit of the young kid, Deron Bland, and they used some of Nashawn Wright, who had a pretty decent game last game. But similar to the way we've been doing this offensive line with this musical chairs thing, I don't think that really works as well on the defensive end, because getting calls, getting rhythm, trying to find out how guys are playing throughout the game, you kind of need to have a guy to go out there and set one. And Dan Quinn was asked about that this week, and his response was that they'll figure out the cornerback so they can set it for the playoffs.
Set.
It's set. You're saying it's set.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're still kind of.
Nah, Nashawn, Bland, and I can't think of the new guy. That they set. They set Diggs on the other side. They set. It's time to rock and roll. You can do all that other stuff. They set, man.
Yeah, it sounded like they were still going to experiment a little this week, so they were set for the playoffs. No?
Man, we trying to beat the Commanders. If that ain't on your mind, you know what? I ain't going to even go there because it seems like I'm bragging. I'm not even going to go there. Nah.
I mean, when you look at, trying to find that cornerback spot, you're up against,
Terry.
Scary Terry, probably one of the best receivers. You can argue first or second best receiver in the NFC, top three NFCs, in the NFC. With A.J. Brown and CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin is in that mix. This is his third 1,000-yard season, a Pro Bowler this year. They shut him down in the first meeting. So is that something to look at when they come back out the second meeting? Will they be able to kind of control Scary Terry, or they're still going to just say stay on your side?
They got two players. They got two players.
Scary Terry, Jahan Dotson.
He okay?
Okay.
The other players is the new running back. This Brian Robinson Jr.
Oh, yeah. Who they didn't have in the first meeting when we played them. He was recovering from being shot in the leg.
I'm loving you, man. I'm loving you, dog.
Me or
I'm
Brian
loving
Robinson?
you.
Me. Okay.
Because
I love you back.
Yeah, this ain't man.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. We're not. You can't do it. I'm not doing it, but you can do it.
Don't make these people more than what they are.
Yeah.
If he wasn't a Tar Heel, I'd kill him. This dude ain't played a down in the National Football League.
Speaking about their quarterback, Sam Howell, who's getting the start this week over Heineke and Carson Wentz.
Unless they choose to do like the Bears did and say, I don't care how the game going, we just going to run the ball. Unless they can choose to do that, how? Now, their defense is scary. But their offense, you don't have a quarterback to get this Samuel the ball and Terry the ball. You don't have a guy.
Now, so go ahead, Kurt.
Well, I mean, obviously he hasn't played, but they don't have film on him. Does that make a difference? They know what to expect.
If you stop the run and within two series, coaches, the DBs should be saying, or they should be like, unknown commodity. Now, I'll give you two series to figure that out. I will. But it just, and I've been wrong on quarterbacks. That is my worst position. If you ask me about a quarterback coming out, I will always give you the one that's going to fail. Hey, look here. Carson Wentz, who was bigger on Carson Wentz than Nate Newton? Yeah, I would give you the one that's going to fail. The kid in Minnesota who's having success, that was my man. Do you feel me now? Yeah, I feel you. You getting ready to get upset in the playoffs.
You like that.
Do you like that? Yeah. You like that. Yeah. How does it go?
You feel me now?
Yeah.
That's the dude. I get that on a T-shirt for you. You feel me now? I like that. I like that. But to your point, Nate, the Washington.
Trying to crack a joke on the slide.
No, that's a great T-shirt for you. You feel me now? I like that.
Man, that makes me mad. We need to kill
the
me,
first
dude.
meeting when we played the Washington Commanders, they averaged 5.26 yards a carry. So they're going to try to come out. And they didn't have Brian Robinson, who is more of the physical, breaking tackles,
big man,
contact balance, right? That part of their game, they didn't have the first time around because he was recovering from his injury. They will have that this time with the mixture of Gibson and some other backs that they use.
And well, you've seen him more than this. I mean, that first game Wentz played, who was a statue back there, Howell will run on you, right?
He will definitely run on you. I saw you put down here his final year in college, he almost had 1,000 yards rushing, 828 yards rushing his final year at UNC. And, it's always when a white guy is athletic, it's sneaky athletic, right? It's sneaky fast, it's sneaky athletic, But that is Sam Howell. Yeah. He's a sneaky athletic type of dude. He will definitely pull it down and run if the opportunity presents itself. But he's also a quarterback. I mean, he broke, I think now they broke him again, but he had broken all of the records at UNC for passing yards. So, he'll sling the thing around. He'll sling it now. Yeah. He will definitely let that thing fly. But again, he's a rookie. Yeah. With 0 NFL experience, 0 NFL starts. This should be one of those things as a defensive coordinator, a DB coach, a linebacker coach, a D-line coach, whatever. Well, we're saying we're going to heat this kid up.
Stay in the defensive line coach, stay in your pass rush lanes. He's a threat to run. That is the only time that we're going to be really challenged with this kid. He's a threat to run. Stay in your pass rush lanes early until we can get a bead on him.
This late in the last game of the season, would they try to add in more RPOs or whatever stuff that's
probably all they worked on?
Free him up where, Wentz, they're not doing that with Wentz really. So could they see more of that kind of thing?
That's what my 80% of my deal would be that 1, 2, get out of there. I'm trying to save my kid. Now, you ain't drafting him just to beat him to death. I got great respect for what the Tennessee Titans did and not throwing their kid from Liberty to the Wolves now. You going to throw this kid? I'm making this game plan 1, 2, okay, you know what? This kid can't handle it. What is it, Heineke? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. You got another shot, which you should have never lost that shot to knock back to the other dude.
So, okay, my question to you is, what is beating him up? Like what is – because I think there's a fine line between letting you get on the field experience and letting you get beat up.
The thing is, what they're basing everything – they got to feel this. We have a defense that will not let you run. We have a defense that will keep you in the game. So let's – run the ball, stay even or better than the chains. That's going to put him in 3rd and 7, 2nd and 10. We don't want him in the positions. We want every chance that is conceivable to run the ball, we will. And so now, if they can do that, they fine. But here's the headache. If you can't run the ball, penalties start to mount up, where it's always 2nd and long, always 3rd and long. Here come the posse. Mm-hmm. Here they come, brother. And now he's finna get hit. He's finna get moved off the target. He's going to run out there one time and run free real good. Then that's going to give him great confidence. Then he's going to run out there again. He's going to meet Parsons. He's going to meet Jerron Kearse coming downhill. And all of a sudden, he's going to get an NFL tag. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, he'll be like, whoa. And now for 2 plays, he's trying to gather his thoughts. And the coach talking in his head, and that's messing with him. Is it God or is it the coach? Now he finna get hurt because now he go to Pat.
Right.
That is the worst case scenario for a young guy.
In the pocket.
Yeah.
No, don't want that.
Well, I'm surprised that Washington's in the top half of the league in RPOs and play action, so it might not be that big of a
I'm telling you,
for their offense, and they've got this guy.
They going to have to do this for this kid. That's how Wentz made his living early at Philadelphia. That was his thing. I don't know what happened to him, but maybe just because I liked him, he just, Nate liked me, I don't care.
Hasn't been the same since that knee injury.
No, once the knee injury happened and the Super Bowl run went on without him, and they won the Super Bowl, and everybody praised and loved Nick Foles. Mentally, he just hasn't been.
Then they put a statue up of Nick Foles instead of him.
Nick Foles statue.
They didn't put a Nick Foles statue up.
They put Rocky up.
No, they didn't.
Rocky in Philadelphia is up.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
It's Rocky
in Philadelphia is up.
Oh, the movie character.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant like Sylvester.
Yeah.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
Right. But
now you start to sound like Uncle Nate.
I know, right? But Nate Foles doesn't have a statue up, does he?
Yeah, Rocky. That's the modern day Rocky for them.
All right.
Ben Franklin up there too.
The Liberty Bell?
Yeah.
The crack Liberty Bell? You can tell I was asleep during
this. A lot of people love that crack. I mean, the Liberty Bell.
All right. So as we head into our last break of the show, when we come back, we'll dive into a little bit of the Cowboys defense. What do they have to do? Are they getting some players back for the playoffs? One in particular, a linebacker, working his way. I saw him out there in the field, working his way back to get back out there. Sometimes you miss Lil Bay when she gone, and when she come back, you be like, "Hey, Bay, I miss
we
you."
can at least cut 50 yards off of that rush game.
Okay, we'll see.
From 175 down to 125.
This is Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they make just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Show as we break down the Cowboys defense versus the Washington Commanders offense. And I just want to do a quick little update because I know that we were all, the nation, the world, we're all locked in on the incident that happened Monday night with Damar Hamlin. And as we've seen throughout the last couple of days, glory to God that there has been improvement for that young man. And last night, some teammates came out and said that his eyes have opened up, he's awake, he's alert, that he's squeezing some of the family members' hands. And there was just a report that came out, and this is such a this is such a football player. This is just how things go at times, and it's a great sight. It's a great thing to hear. But last night they said that when DeMar woke, he asked, not speaking, but writing out or symboling out to the family members, he wanted to know who won the game. So when he was alert enough last night when he woke up, he asked family members and doctors, who won the game? And the doctors told him, you won. You won the game of life. So there's an update for Hamlin, and it seems as if every single day he's progressing more and more and more. But just the football person, the football player in him, he wants to know, who won the game. And the game's not important, but to see that he's having that type of recovery is definitely a happy sign for us all.
Everything seems to be going in the right direction.
Yep. And whether he ever plays football again, that's not the concern. Our concern is that this kid is alive, this kid is progressing, that he'll have an opportunity to for his family to see him, he to see his family, and just, the one thing I do anticipate from him is that he makes a full recovery, but that he can see the outpour of love that was distributed from every organization, from teams, from players, from fans, from random people. The love that he has received in the last 4 days, and even for me personally, that gives me hope that there are, humanity is still, there's still good in the humanity.
Yeah.
There's still good people out there. His charity has bloomed, in donations over $5-6 million. And prayers to T. Higgins. He has to be going through some things as the receiver who was on the other end of that tackle. Mm-hmm. But to see this progress, I know helps him mentally to know that he is getting better. T. Higgins is in any way, shape, or form not the blame of what happened to DeMar. But still, there, people are out there that are just stupid and try to put the blame on him. But good sign that he is progressing each and every day. So continue the prayers for DeMar Hamlin, but that's the current update for him that just released a couple minutes ago while we were on break. So I wanted to update those who are listening about that. So and kudos to the first responders. Let me say that. The first responders, the trainers, all of the doctors, the nurses, all the people who were Johnny on the spot right there, because, if you've ever been in a situation like that and needing care every second, every minute is valuable to your life. And they were right there to be able to do that. So shout out to all of our first responders and people who are out there every single day saving lives and doing that sometimes with no thanks.
And Jesse, his GoFundMe right now is, as of 1:37 Central Time, is at $7.3 million.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, when Monday night it was at like 1,200. And in 4 days it's all the way up to $7 million. So there are really, really good people still left in this world. So thank you to all of those who donated. All right, back to Cowboys and Commanders. I think defensively, when I think about Brian Robinson and what that presents, this is a test. Washington's eliminated.
Yeah.
I don't know if, now that Ron Rivera knows that. He figured it out. This is going to be, to me, a huge, huge test for that run defense for the Cowboys. This will be huge. Today they got Leighton Vander Esch is back out working again on the practice field. He won't play this Sunday, but they're saying all things and all signs point to him getting back for the playoffs. I haven't heard much of an update on Big Jonathan Hankins in the middle, but
it's the same. I think I'm still hoping he can get back for the playoffs too.
Yeah, but as I was coming in, I saw Leighton Vander Esch moving out there, so that's a good thing.
How big a loss has that been for this team?
It seems to be a huge loss, because sometimes you need that guy. He may not be a great player, but he's a stabilizer. He gets guys in place. He gets the calls right. He knows where to be, when to be there. He reads the keys. He can pass things off. So, when there's audibles and adjustments, he was. I believe he was a green dot. They had converted him to the green dot. So he was the one calling the plays in the huddle. So, getting him back in there kind of almost settles the group as a whole. because you don't have to worry about where this call coming from, who's making the changes, and yada, yada, yada. So that settles the guys down. And then, being able to get a guy tackled at 4 yards is better than getting a guy tackled at 8 yards.
True.
Wow. We have one problem on defense. One? Yes, we do. We have one problem.
Like singular.
Yes, one problem. One. And it seemed to never get addressed. We played the Titans. We played the Eagles. We played a good defense, a decent defense before that, and they did not let us run how we wanted to run. If we ever can get that one defensive lineman in the middle that can almost single-handedly stop the run game, and people say, where's the pass rush gone? That's where it's gone. Mm-hmm. If you can just get that one guy that's going to commit himself to saying, I'm controlling head of center, both gaps, both A gaps. If we can get that one guy that can do that right there, Damone Clark learning curve will speed up. Yeah. Leighton Vander Esch will be a different type linebacker. If we can just get that one guy, every team that is in the run for the playoffs that's going to make a dent defensively has that one guy. Clark with Green Bay, the big Samoan kid with Tampa. Philadelphia got a boatload of them. The 49ers got one. You got to have that guy that's going to sit in the middle, and at all costs, when he come out of his uniform, he falls virtually into a cold tub.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was Hankins kind of that guy?
He was trying to. Yeah, he was starting to be that guy. And that's why I say we have that one problem, and people, and it's just like putting together a Major League Baseball team. We don't care nothing about the bullpen until the last third of the season. Then all of a sudden, we don't have a bullpen. You got your closer. You got Parsons.
Got your ace.
You got what's calling on the back end. But we don't have that dog that sits in the middle of our defense. I'm telling you, when we get that, we've had 2 12-win seasons. We've had in and out of the playoffs over the last 5 or 6 years. And the same thing has gotten us.
Yep.
It's bully ball. If you ask me, my biggest concern is what if this team get a lead and they decide to play bully ball?
Washington?
Yeah. And not Washington, because they shouldn't be able to beat us. Right. I'm just being honest. But, anything can happen, though. Right. We've seen what happened to Philadelphia. But going into the playoffs, hey, man, they equaled us at every position, including quarterback. But they can do something that our defense can't stop, and that's to run the ball. Yeah. So we got to score now. Offense become a premium for us. We has to score, and we have to stay even our lead. We can't be they score and we behind. It's got to be we scored, they catch up. We scored, they catch up. That's hard to play in the NFL. I mean, and I'm sorry to go on that rant, man. But
Pro Football Focus, and you take their grades how you want. They don't have any of our defensive interior guys ranked in the top 50. So I don't know if that's goes to your point, I guess.
I watch football from a different point of view than most people, because, Jesse can get all over me. He didn't. Because I'm telling you that, you couldn't have told me that number 85 wasn't the number 2. You just couldn't have told me that. Mm-hmm. Noah Brown, you couldn't have told me that. Huh? Who was in here talking about Cooper Rush had the quickest release I see since Darren Marino? But you ain't finna tell me what the biggest problem on defense is. Yeah. You can bring back Leighton. You can go get Pepper Rogers for the old Giants to come down here.
Pepper Johnson,
whatever his name. You can get him. You ain't got nobody to help him. You ain't got nobody.
Where'd you pull Pepper Johnson out? You pulled Pepper Johnson
I used to try to block him.
Jeez. Pepper Johnson, man.
He used to try to try. Remember, I got to go back to what I used to try to block.
You dug down deep for that one, man.
Harry Carson. I had to block against that old hard dude, man. Every time I see him, I hug him. Every time I see her, man, that's the first time I ever got my neck popped.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just put a hot towel on it?
Oh, yes, I did. As soon as the game was over, I said, hey, Brett, bust me up a towel, dog.
Oh,
give me a hot compress. Yes, sir. That is some stem. No stem filler. I'm sitting there drinking a beer. Every time I drink, I'm like, why I'm getting shocked? Oh, I'm drinking a can of beer. Oh, that was one of the best highs ever.
Oh, boy. To be a fly on the wall.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Back in those days.
Back in those days. Different scene.
Well, you about to say something, Kurt?
Can one guy do that, though? Because a lot of these interior guys only play like 40% of the snaps or whatever. Can one guy do it?
I seen Jerry Ball used to do it.
Pepper Johnson?
No, Jerry Ball for the Detroit Lions. He used to do it. I saw Jerome Brown used to do it. Now, these are different type dudes, and that's what I was arguing with a guy yesterday. If you had opportunity to have Jonathan Allen or Deron Payne, would you not? These are guys that can literally say, you know what? I don't care nothing about no pass rush. I don't like this dude, and I'm bullying him every play. So you knocking this guard in the backfield or this center in the backfield every play versus the run because you're trying to show him something. I've seen guys do that. I saw Jerome Brown do one of my teammates like that named Crawford Kerr who sold him out. He sold him out. He had a hyperextended elbow. And he told me, he said, call Jerome Brown, because he had a good game against Jerome, the Philadelphia Eagles. He said, tell your boy Jerome, I got a game ball. And he sent Coach Johnson a note, because Coach Johnson said before the game, I'm not worried so much about Nate and Reggie White at the right tackle position. I'm worried about Jerome Brown and what he can do to the middle of our offense. And Crawford Kerr took exception to it. So we won that game. And Jerome Holler had no tackles. So he told me and Michael Irvin over at the Cowboys Cafe, he was drinking his beer, we having fun. You tell your boy Jerome. I said, nah, I'm not going to do that, Crawford. He was hurt. You know, we're going to play him again, so I'm not going to do that. Michael Irvin looked at him and said, what? He said, yeah, tell your boy I handled him. Yo, man, Jerome, Crawford Kerr said he dogged you. He said, you tell your boy Crawford that I will be the captain the next time we play. I will walk out on that field, and I won't have eyes for him. and Crawford Kerr like, okay. We played them. I'm at right tackle, and all of a sudden Reggie hip tossing me, and I look up, and I'm on top of Troy. I'm like, no, this dude ain't threw me on Troy. And then I saw a flag go across my face. I'm like, wow. And I'm like, how did I get to Troy so quick? You know, is Reggie what did he do to me to get me on top? Well, what done happened is Jerome done took Crawford and picked him up and slammed him on top of Troy and knocked him my way. And he was trying to hold Jerome, and he got a flag. I got up, and I looked at Crawford. Crawford looked at me, and I said, the beatings has begun. And at the end of that game, the next day we went and watched film. We went out. Crawford looked at me and said, man, you call Jerome and tell him he's a man. Just like that. I looked across. He said, yeah, man. He said, I ain't never been beat like that.
Well, he was man enough to open his mouth, and he was man enough to apologize.
Well,
so
brother,
you got to respect that.
Bruh, when you got a dude that can control the run game like Jerome did, and when you got a dude that can control the game like Jonathan Allen or Deron Payne, it's a different world, brother.
Yep. All right, well, I got to control this show and get us out of here.
I hope it was a good story.
No, that was a fantastic story. Yeah, I wasn't interrupting for that. We're going to see that through. That was a great story. But before Newey and the crew gets back in here to the Players Lounge, they come to the window looking like homeless people, but we love them nonetheless. Wow. All right, man, for Nate, appreciate you. Kurt, appreciate you. Chris, Audio Jazz.
Not the shirt. I appreciate you, but not the shirt.
I appreciate you and the shirt.
Nah, man, we ain't finna be commander up in here.
We ain't about that. Like, he man enough to put the shirt on. We better be man enough to go out there and whoop him.
No, we ain't got nothing to do with
how our result is based on my shirt, I don't get paid near enough.
Oh, man, we appreciate you all. For Nate, for Kurt, for Jesse, Holly. We are hanging with the boys. Until next time.
Got felt.
I hope y'all felt this up today. We got felt.
I didn't say that right there.
No.
At all. But tomorrow we will be taking your calls, so call in, and we'll have a little fun tomorrow. I bought a book. I'll bring it in tomorrow to show you guys the book.
Computer,
that I finally
you gonna
bought.
let him on for 2 or 3 minutes?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow.
How's your middles and your dentals?
Computer, I hope your middles and your dentals is right because you might not get on. No, I'm playing. Again, we are hanging with the boys. Until tomorrow, we out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!